All right, welcome everybody to the Wednesday team call, the 30-minute mentor series. I'm super excited about this. We're just briefly chatting about how school's starting and everybody's schedule's a little off, so I'm just grateful that you guys are here with me today. I'm going to ask you real quick, is my AC too loud for you guys? Can you hear me? Okay, so I just want to say I see Nina popped on here. I had an awesome time with Nina and her family. We were in Denver over the weekend, and that's the cool thing about the Beachbody community is you meet people. Like we met at a winter team retreat for her team 2 years ago, and now we're in Denver. She Facebooked me, and we met up, and our families hung out, and that was absolutely awesome. So that's one of the cool things I love about Team Beachbody. So I just wanted to share that because a lot of times we get caught up in I sent an invite and it got ignored, or I sent 10 invites and nobody responded. And if we can get over that part and just really work on building friendships, relationships, that it takes time. There's a lot of great blessings in Team Beachbody that are far greater than making an income, selling the challenge back, hitting Success Club, advancing your rank. Those are all part of a business and are necessary, but I wanted to highlight and help you guys remember that focus. This is a people business about connecting with people. And also a shout out to Nina because this is her first year not going back to teaching. So we had a conversation. She reminded me of it. I talked to so many people, and after she wrote a post about it, I clearly remembered it. But we had a conversation where she enjoyed and loved her teaching career and the impact that she made on students. And I just asked her a simple question because she didn't know if she wanted to go all in with continuing teaching or go all in with Beachbody. And I just asked her, why limit yourself to being able to just impact the 25 students you have per year? Why not be able to impact more people? And that was the day. And I think it's important to know that it's like, anytime I see someone build successful business, there's a moment when they make a decision. And I believe that for her was that day where she said, I'm going to build this business. And it's going to be something that I do. And so this is her first week. Kids went back to school, and she is a full-time stay-at-home mom and Beachbody coach now. So let's all give her a fist bump or congratulations on that. Boom. So one last thing I want to announce before I announce my brother who's going to be teaching for us today. We have the Coach Summit. I say coming up because you guys know how fast time flies. I want you guys to make sure that you have on your radar, that you're registered, that you're pre-planning to go to Summit with us June 21st through the 24th in Indianapolis. So it's going to be absolutely awesome. Just go to coachsummit.com, and once you get there, you'll see the registration info. I think it's important to know that there's a new coach discount. I think in your first 90 days as a coach, there's a discounted ticket. So it's important that you know that, so that as you onboard and bring coaches onto your team, that you let them know about that. I think it's so important. Events are so important. Like what I just talked about with Nina happened at an event. The same type of things happen at Summit. And so not only don't think about just how do I get myself there, how do you get there? Think about how do I get other people there? And it comes by doing the same process we do to get them into the challenge group. You invite, share stories, and invite. So have that on your radar. Make sure to be there. I remember I couldn't go to my first Summit in 2011. I signed up in April. June came. I couldn't go to Summit because I had no vacation days left after the birth of Ellie. And I had this extreme, kind of anger, I guess. I worked 12-hour days for 5 years and every Saturday. And my boss told me that I had no more days left. And I was like, I could take an unpaid day. And he said, no, you got to be at work. So you have the decision when moments in your life come like that. Do I feel sorry for myself, or do I change the situation? And that day I decided I'm going to Summit next year. Not only that, I'm bringing 50 people with me. And I didn't have 50 people on my team. I had maybe 7 coaches. I wasn't even a diamond yet. But I took 52 people to coach Summit in that first year. But it's because I made that decision, kind of like the decision we talked about with Nina and her decision to make Beachbody a full-time career for herself. So with that being said, I'm going to announce Marc. Marc Roy is one of the most committed dudes that I know. But on top of that, he is just an all-around awesome guy. If you had a conversation with Marc, you look at him, he's got his bandana and his long hair, and you're like, that guy is a big dude. But he's like a teddy bear. So I love the kid. But as far as commitment, I'm going to tell you guys, he loves Body Beast. He loves Sagi Kalev. And we hosted a Body Beast workout, a hammer and chisel workout with Sagi in Idaho. Marc drove nonstop from Connecticut to Idaho. They wrecked his car in the snowstorm, and they got it out of the snowbank, and he still showed up that morning for the event. Now, that is the type of commitment that Marc has, so you know a little bit about him. But he's been working really hard with Facebook. As far as accolades, he's an Emerald coach. He's been hitting Success Club monthly. But one thing I love about Marc is he is great at helping create team atmosphere, a great tribe atmosphere, and he's been really learning and applying how to get social engagement on your social media so that you can expand your market, connect with more people, and in turn get them into your challenge group. So you're learning from a great guy today, one of my good friends, Marc. So Marc, I'm going to pass it over to you, brother.
Thanks. So I really appreciate that. So I'm just going to kind of keep it really simple. So I've been a coach for a couple years, but one of the things that, like, I was one of those people like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to kill this business, I'm going to do it. But you know, life happens. How many people have said that? Like, we're just going to come in and kill this business. And then it was like over the course of a year, I signed up a couple people, put some effort in here, put some effort in there, never really truly dove in. And I would say at the beginning of this year, Heather, who is on, which is really weird for me to see her on, like she's not sitting with me, so it's really weird. But we talked it over. We moved from Connecticut to South Carolina. We were really excited, and we got the taste of the freedom lifestyle. We moved down, and for 3 months, we kind of just had a lot of fun, enjoyed life, enjoyed the beaches, the marsh walk, all sorts of different stuff. And we looked at each other and we were like, what are we doing? Do we really honestly want to go back and get regular jobs and lose all of this? And we're like, nope. It's time to cut the crap and it's time to get down to business. So we've hit Success Club every single month since then. And I want you guys to understand, I hit Success Club maybe twice before then in a year. So I hit it twice. So if I went from hitting it in a year twice to every single month since January, like right now we're sitting at Success Club 6 in my account, 4 in her account. We should hopefully be at 6 in her account by the end of the day here today. So, you know, things can happen. It's a mindset shift. So anyways, I want you guys to understand, like, I've grown so much, and my Facebook, you know how they have like the on this day stuff? I look at my posts and I'm embarrassed from what I was posting a year ago or 2 years ago. Like, I look and I'm going, holy crap, what am I doing? What was I doing? So I've made massive shifts in my social media. I've learned and I applied stuff. And I'll tell you right now, like, if you guys will learn and apply the stuff that I'm about to teach you guys, you'll see a shift in your Facebook, your posts, your engagement, your everything. So if you have a piece of paper, I definitely suggest writing some notes down because this stuff will help you. So I'm going to jump right in. Sorry. Number one, you don't want to overpost. Meaning, Facebook. So this is Facebook. This isn't mine. This isn't, you know how the old days they used to say post 3 to 5 times per day. Here's Facebook's like message. No more posting than 3 times per day. What happens is if you post more than 3 times per day, you are killing your visibility. Facebook does not like you to post more than 3 times. So if you post 2 or 3 times a day, you're going to see the most engagement. You're going to get the most engagement on your posts. So that's number one. That's going to be really important. So I see a lot of people post 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day, and you're hurting yourself. Your best bet is to make sure you're adding value in every single post. You're better off hitting a home run on your post, taking some time to write a really good quality post, than posting just to post. I see that all the time. So that's going to help you guys with engagement. Remember, that's Facebook. That's not like Beachbody or anything like that. So that's 3 times Facebook's likes to see. You want to make sure you're growing your network every single day. So that's a given, right? We all know that. You want to be talking to like 5 to 10 new people every single day. And here, the days of mass adding people are gone. So don't go on like friend requesting sprees. Like I used to do it, and be honest with you, I still kind of do it occasionally. I'll just get on but to be honest with you, the algorithms with Facebook, it will again kill your visibility. A lot of these things kill our visibility. We don't realize it, but Facebook, they are always changing. So anytime you ever update, you know how up on your face or on your phone you'll see updates for Facebook. Anytime your Facebook updates, there's some kind of algorithm change. So keep that in mind. Anytime it updates, there's something Facebook is doing differently. So you want to be adding with a purpose. If you're not interacting with people, so you know, I have tons of friends, and I'm going through and deleting some. But if you have friends that are inactive, you might comment on their stuff or like their stuff, but they never show you any support on your stuff. You're better off deleting them. It actually hurts to have them on your page without them actually interacting with you. So I kind of say, like, it's better to have maybe 1,000 friends who are good quality people who you're engaging with, like on a daily basis, versus 5,000 people where 10 people are liking and engaging. So it's quality over quantity. So so keep that in mind. Also make sure you're just keep deleting the people that you're not interacting with. It sends a shift to algorithm through Facebook if you're not communicating. Remember, Facebook is social media. It means they want you to be social. The more social you are, the more engagement you'll get on your posts, not just from those people, but just in general, just from like an overall standpoint of what Facebook will show to other people. Because you got to remember, like I have like 2,500 friends on my list, and maybe if I'm on a really, really good post, I might get a couple hundred likes or comments out of 2,500. So you know not everybody's seeing your post anyways. So you're better off knocking it out of the park. Here's another great tip. Emojis. Like we all see all these emojis and stuff. Believe it or not, Facebook favors that up to 30% more than not using emojis. So if you are making a post, you want to make sure you're using emojis. Now, don't write a book with emojis. Don't write the car with an emoji is, you know, whatever. Like just use the emojis kind of, you know, we're not in kindergarten. We can all, for the most part, read. So we want to make sure that we're just not writing books with emojis. But definitely use them, because 30% increase in visibility is a big deal when you're trying to build an online business. The more eyes that see your post, the better, right? So emojis, don't overuse it. Oh, another thing, people love emojis, right? So like if you use the sad face emoji, it creates an emotion. Or if you use the happy emoji, it creates emotion. Remember, so business tip 101, people buy on emotion, right? Not logic. So if emojis help create emotion, why not use them? Use them to your advantage. Plus it gets your reach out further. This is something I personally have to work on. Facebook, go live on Facebook. Use Facebook Live. This is something I suck with, I'll be honest. But this is something that's so important, because what happens is Facebook has like all these algorithms are basically just weight shifts. So right now, Facebook wants you to go live, and they have a very big, I don't know what the right word is, Facebook, like a stake in it. Like if you use it and you utilize it, what happens is your video will be seen by more people. And during the video, you want to try to get comments. So ask people questions. Like if like right now, if I said, hey, who is your favorite personal development leader? Is it Tony Robbins? Is it whoever? Post it in the comments right now. Then what happens is people start posting in the comments, and then it like blows your post up and more people see it. So the more questions, the more engagement on your video, the more again, more eyes on your videos. you want to make sure too, this is a little bit separate, but at the same time, you're always adding value. Remember, value is what you want to post about. So here's a few questions I wrote down that before you make the post, these are 3 questions you want to ask yourself. How am I going to inspire somebody with my post? Is this post going to solve a problem? And is it going to help somebody? And if you can't answer yes or how or whatever those questions are, don't post it. Again, don't post just to post. You want to make sure if you're not adding value, people need value in their lives. People want the value. You have to add value. And it doesn't matter whether it's Beachbody related. It could be anything from a recipe to something that stands out to you. Maybe if you're a mom, it could be something about being a mom. But you don't want to just post to post. Again, it's quality over quantity. Plus your brand. When you're any post you ever make, you're branding yourself. So if you're not working on adding value and you're just posting junk, like where do you think your business is going to go depending on what you're adding to Facebook and your brand? Your brand is all you have, right? We're not Beachbody, we're Me Inc. So that's another thing. So here's another. I see this way too much, and I get them all the time, and I'm guilty of it in the past. Is scripts. So scripts are great to utilize, but you have to make them your own. What happens is, like, you know how behind the scenes we're messaging people. If you're just copy paste, Facebook recognizes it, so they will actually kill your visibility. So not only are you hurting yourself by posting just a script, you're killing your visibility. Facebook recognizes it. You got to understand, Facebook knows everything we do. Every keystroke, every post, every comment, every like, everything. Well, how do you think ads pop up on our Facebook from something we looked at from, like, whatever, Google? You know, so just keep that in mind. They know exactly what we're doing. So if you're posting script, plus you don't want to sound like a robot. I got a message yesterday that I connected with somebody a couple days ago. They were part of another network marketing company. They said, "Hey, Roy," and they sent me their link to YouTube. First off, my name ain't Roy. Second off, if you knew anything about me, I'm already part of another company. Why would you pitch me something when we never talked? Don't do it. Like, not only, so I was really nice and responding, like, please, you know, that hurts network marketing, basically what I told her. And then she deleted me as a friend. But here, I've never done this before, but it kind of made me a little angry. So I marked it as spam. And what happens is if somebody marks your thing as spam, your visibility goes down again. But I was so angry at the way she handled it. And because I get these things all the time. And again, I've never done that, but I was really angry the way she handled it. I marked hers as spam. And if that happens to you, your visibility gets killed. And if somebody goes to your YouTube link that you sent them without ever building a relationship, and they mark it as spam or whatever on YouTube, guess what? You just got doubly whammed, like, or whatever. I don't even know if that's a real word. Doubly whammed? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. You don't ever want to shoot somebody a script or just shoot somebody a link to your website or a link to sign up or anything like that, because it's those days are gone. You know, there's too many network marketers, products, people selling stuff online. You can't just do that anymore. Like, it just doesn't work, and people recognize it. So scripts is a big no-no. Use the scripts to make it your own. Here's another one that it's things like these. Hold on, sorry. I get fired up and then my mouth gets dry and I can't keep talking. So you know how a lot of people will take a post from Facebook or Google or Pinterest and then post it on their Facebook and write a post. What happens is there's coding in those pictures. So if let's say Scotty makes a post, I'm like, oh, that's a really good picture. Copy, paste, use it for a post on mine. What happens is the coding, Facebook recognizes the coding, and it actually will help his post out a little bit more and hurt mine. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, it'll help his post, but hurt mine because the coding is directly linked to his. Now, again, if he does the same thing, it's just like a big line, and it recognizes it regardless of whether you pull it off Facebook, Google, whatever. So it hurts your visibility again by you posting. Facebook likes originality. So your original post. So take a picture of yourself. Take a picture while you're out and about. Those are the pictures that will get seen by more of your Facebook following and Facebook friends. It has to do with the coding again. So that's another thing. Another big one is, so let me ask you guys this question. Mark Zuckerberg, I believe he's the fourth richest man in the world. How is it possible for him to be rich when none of us paid $1 to join his Facebook? It's ads. So what happens is anytime we post something and we have a salesy ad, or we use words like sale, buy, BOGO, which stands for buy one, get one free, use dollar signs, anything like that, Facebook has blocks on those words. So if you use those words, your visibility, again, goes way down. So you don't ever want to use salesy words, come off as salesy. Not only does coming off salesy usually not work anyways, but Facebook is killing your visibility. So you remember, when we're working to build relationships and build followings and build all these things, we need more people to see our stuff. So you want to stay away from words like that, or even words like recruit. So think of like words that you see in salesy stuff. Just stay away from them because your visibility gets killed in those posts. Again, it goes back to being original and telling stories. Stories. Like, I can't stress that enough. I see too many people talking at somebody with their posts, and they're great posts. But if you could tell a story about how things relate to you, people will understand. They'll follow you. They'll get you. They'll understand. So you want to make sure that you're telling stories. Like every post, not every post, but a lot of your posts, you want stories. Here's another crazy tip. How are we doing on time? I could just talk. We're good? Okay.
You're good, yeah.
So another tip for using emojis as well as photos. So if you just only use posts that have pictures in it, and that's all you do, post with a picture, even original pictures, your Facebook will knock down your visibility with that as well. What they want you to do, because they have Instagram for that. Instagram, when you post on Instagram, you have to have a picture. So Facebook wants you to have posts without pictures sometimes. So if you make a post without pictures, the visibility will go up as well. So if you have like a couple posts, like 2-3 posts with pictures, you want to make sure your next post doesn't have a picture. And remember, use emojis. Emojis every single time. Add emojis to every single post. It will increase your visibility to people. I wrote this quote down because it's a great attraction marketing quote. Don't chase people. Elevate your game, your strategy until people start chasing you. So you don't want to ever chase people. If people want what you have, if you're creating the content, if you're being real, if you're being true, if you're being authentic, people will come to you. Yes, you might have to talk to them and help them through, but if you're just chasing people, you're never going to catch them. People run from that, So that's a great little one. And people buy because of us. Beachbody can have the best products, which I think they do. I think Shakeology's the shit. But if you're not authentic, people aren't going to buy from you. People have to trust you and they have to believe in you. Here is probably the last one. I probably could keep going, but we'll end it with this one. Okay, so I'll start with a story. So you know that person that walks into a room, into a party, and they just don't shut up. They're just talking, and like, yeah, look at my, and then people. And that's the same thing. If you make a post on Facebook and you don't interact with any of your people, you're that person. So if you're not using social media to like, comment, and be freaking social, you're not doing it right. Social media is for connecting, building 17% of interacting with people. If you're not commenting on people in your newsfeed, if you're not liking, actually doesn't even really do a whole lot. You need to be commenting. And what happens is when you're liking and commenting on people in your newsfeed, Facebook's like, oh, they're interacting, they're talking, they're doing this, they're doing that, and your post will get seen by more people. So out of all of those tips, this might be the most important one. You have to like, engage, conversate with other people on your Facebook. If you're not doing that, you're hurting your visibility and you're hurting yourself, because we're in the relationship building business. So here's a quick tip. If before you make a post, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just bang out a bunch of comments, likes. Be truthful, don't just whatever, but take some time to interact with other people and then make your post. And you'd be surprised at how much interaction, how much visibility you get. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go from 5 likes to 100, but it will increase. All of those tips, if you implement them, will absolutely help your engagement. I guarantee it. And I've tried experiments. So right now, I probably average a post every maybe two posts a day, sometimes 3. The cool thing is I'm lucky in this sense. If you have somebody that you can tag, it doesn't, if somebody tags you in a post, it doesn't count as a post. So like Heather and I, we can tag each other and it doesn't count as the other person's post. So if Heather posts and tags me, it counts as her post, but it doesn't count as mine. So I still have another post that I can use. I probably got more to go, but honestly, I just wanted to come in and crush it and just give you guys a lot of value as fast as possible, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. And I thought these tips can just like take you guys to another level. So that's it.
Thanks, Marc. I got a lot of value out of that. Some of those things I slowly started to realize over the past couple of weeks as I watched a couple other people teach on social media training as well. So this is awesome. I'm going to start applying that. I found out by accident just the other day, like I always put a picture, and I just wrote a status without a picture, and it had more engagement than my pictures did. And I was like, oh, this is something different. Like this is not how it used to be. So it's always changing. Thanks for helping us become aware of that. And that's one thing I want each of us to remember is that don't worry about studying too much to plan. Like just start implementing what you're learning, because it's going to change in 6 months, 3 months, a year. So it's always just learning, applying, just doing the best you can. So Marc, I'm super proud of you, man. It's no surprise that you have hit Success Club. You're already at Success Club 6, so 8 months consecutive. We know that you're going to be a Success Club All-Star on this team, as well as Heather. So we're super proud of what you guys are doing. I'm proud to have you on my team cup. The tips and value that you're giving us is very much appreciated as well. So I have a challenge for everybody on this call today is to make the decision to go to first let's honor and give some thanks to Marc by just going to his page and looking what he's doing, what he taught us. He applies it. He's not just teaching us something he heard about, it's something he's applying. So go look at his page, look what he's doing, so you can start applying in yours as well. And then I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' posts pop up more in my newsfeed. I can tell you, like I chose Marc to speak this. I have 5,000 people on my friends list. Marc every single day is at the top of my newsfeed when I open my Facebook. So what he's talking about works. So let's go do it, guys. Let's crush it. We're halfway through the month, so let's finish strong. Let's hit Success Club. We got people to help. We got people to get into our programs. We got lives to change. Don't forget that part. You don't just get them into your program. Help them get a result with our program. Get them to submit their results into the Beachbody Challenge. Those people become your future coaches. So I'm proud of you guys for being on this call with us. And this is recorded. So if it's going to help somebody on your team, please make sure to share it. And we'll see you guys next week on the 30-Minute Mentor Series. See you guys later.